Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in our Ultimate Base 2.0. In today's episode we're gonna keep working on the second and the third planetoid right there. As for Marie, we're basically gonna finalize the setup right here and we're gonna move her completely over, dismantle everything, pick up all the items, only leave what's really necessary, and that's basically it. In the meantime, we're collecting rad bolts like crazy, and of course also the cooling is working magnificently, so I will not have to worry about that any longer. This means we can focus on Smeliol a little bit. What do we want to do here? We want to finalize the solar panel array, but there are a couple of other things. I would like to hook up the liquid sulfur geyser, and we're gonna use our oil in order to do so. Now the first thing I noticed here is that we have some natural gas accumulation, 718 kilograms already. That is not necessarily good, but there is an easy fix, I would say. All we have to do is build this up 2 more layers and then open up an air channel to the top of the chamber. Now, how are we gonna cool down the sulfur? All we have to do is cool it down to around 115 degrees, I believe. It is, yeah, exactly 115.2 degrees. Where it will actually solidify. It comes out at 132 degrees with a specific heat capacity of 0.7. The oil on the other side has a heat capacity of 1.69, so much better. We will be able to cool down a lot more sulfur by just using the oil. So I figured maybe a setup we can go for is have a little hole here, letting the oil drip down a little bit. And approximately here we want to fill up a chamber, something like this. We're gonna have this all filled with oil, let the sulfur solidify inside of the oil, pick it up and ship it to the main world. And then at a certain point we have to assume that oil is being heated up too much. So what we could go ahead and do, let me see, maybe we just use a liquid pump here. And I'm guessing we have to build it at least out of gold. So we'll have to send over 400 kilograms of gold. But say as soon as we reached a temperature of around 100 degrees with the oil, we're gonna pump it back up and let fresh cooler oil fill the chamber again. At the same time, we probably want to have some security measures around, and it would be optimal if we actually had a vacuum going on. That means right about here, I would like to set up a liquid log. Let's do that like so. That also means we want to finish the chamber maybe at this height. Actually, this is not even necessary. Yeah, this chamber is a little bit too big. I think we only really need about 6 full tiles of oil to make this work. So we let the sulfur drop in this way, have these tiles here filled up with oil. So instead of doing this, we can just let it dribble down in a staircase fashion like this. Just build something like an oil channel here. We're then gonna fill all of this up and the air is gonna escape. We can then close it off. Oh, actually, there's some natural gas in there too. I guess we'll have to see. I'm just gonna build a ladder so we can actually build all of this. In the meantime, on Growista, we went all the way down to 12 tons of aluminium ore. This is now actually really working efficiently here, and the interplanetary launcher always has something to do. If I check on the main planetoid, there is always something here. Payloads after payloads coming in. It's a really good feeling, I have to admit. I'm also gonna finish closing off the base here. This is gonna be the upper layer, and then we have to at least set up a door or something to get past this point. Here we can already do the second layer. Wonderful, that means we can save the trapped bubble of natural gas. Well, looks like we can finally reroute the transit tube. What's happening? Are you serious? Because I have no plastic, I cannot actually reroute this. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. In this case, we get some plastic by getting rid of the extra tubing we have here. There we go. Now you got your connection. Gonna do the same thing with the power cable. For some reason, I just liked it better here on the top. Now, what is actually our plan with the excess water at the moment? I don't think we have one. Yeah, it's a closed loop that is eventually gonna fill itself, so we have to get rid of the extra water. We either do it here on the top or maybe here at the bottom, so we have a larger buffer. So we first want to move into the bathroom, and then we want to go ahead, cut this off, and if the bathroom is full, then we pipe out of here. Now I guess we can do this with normal piping, no need to be fancy here. And we could just go ahead and dump it. We could also send it back to the main planetoid. That is actually interesting. Maybe we should do that. I have means to deal with that on the main planetoid. So we hop out of here, go down into the interplanetary launcher. Easy as that. We should now also be able to hook this up, the electrolyzer, and get the system running. Actually, let me check. We have this going on here. Oxygen, this goes through there. Oh, actually, it's not ready yet. Maybe it's time to speed up the construction here a little bit. But yeah, mostly I just wanted to get rid of these pipes right there. Okay, what actually happens now? Okay, it just gets stuck. That's fine. I'm also going to move the massage table downstairs since it requires power. And I don't want to lead another cable upstairs there. We could make this an entertainment room for extra morale. On Smeliol, we are done with the second layer. That means all of this can go. Actually, let's only remove this, and this here we're gonna replace with some mesh tiles. Let me see. Actually, only this really is necessary. On the other side, we could just go overall with the theme here. Yeah, I could just go ahead and replace the entire row here with mesh tiles. Now, will I be able to reach everything? No. That's a pain in the butt. So a couple of ladders will do the trick. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if I showed this already, but the new materials are now queuing up right here and go directly into the interplanetary launchers. So soon enough, we're not even gonna need a conveyor loader anymore. I still kept a conveyor loader in place just in case. And we probably also need an auto sweeper in this case, and an automatic dispenser for that matter. The auto sweeper is actually gonna be the hardest thing because I also need to cool it down. Maybe I have to expand this a little bit. No, it still cannot reach the conveyor loader this way. Yeah, oh my gosh, I built the conveyor loader in a really inconvenient spot. So we would have to move this all the way over. This is theoretically possible. I just have to deconstruct this and then, yeah, we have to expand this. I think the pipes have been built. Is everything going fine? Oxygen coming out at 16 degrees, filling up the stations, that's good, but also filling up the base itself. Mind you, this is not an optimal setup in order to get the gas into a base because of constant overpressure. If it's just for one duplicant, you can also go with a solution that looks nifty and is a little bit less efficient. I wouldn't recommend a setup like this in the main base though. Now really thinking about this, I don't really want to end up with hydrogen all over the place the entire time. What if instead we just used a hydrogen generator? I'm intrigued. Let's cancel the massage table, not the drywall obviously. But we have the space for a hydrogen generator, no problem. That means instead of this setup, we could just have a filter. There we go, setting up a filter made out of gold, obviously. Now actually this is a little bit of a problem. The filter needs to be inside of the room, otherwise it's gonna overheat. Oh no. So it needs to be in here. We pump it straight into the filter. The oxygen goes out there and the hydrogen we're gonna lead over, up, over and into the generator, and we're just gonna use it up no matter whether or not we actually need the power. Okay, but the next thing I have to do is actually get in there. So I'm taking 2 tiles apart here, and then we want to speed everything up that has to do with this chamber so we can actually get this done. I'm sending over some more refined gold because I had a little bit of an idea on Smeliol. Let me first go ahead and do that. Do we have everything? Yes, ship that over please. What I did is make this 1 higher so that I can pick up the materials, but then I figured why not just go ahead and use this real estate for some more batteries. So we want to expand our cabling here, and then we're gonna use jumbo batteries because they can hold a lot more juice, they are less efficient and produce more heat, but the capacity is more important in our case at the moment. Hold the phone. Now I built some of them out of cobalt ore. Obviously that's not what we want. Yeah, the gold is still incoming here. I'm just too impatient. Ottwo on the other side is already producing again. That means he has finished building. Okay, let's then take apart this tile. The oil is hopefully gonna flow down, pushing down all the gases, and then it's gonna fill up this chamber. We might have to exchange this tile, but I think other than that we should be good. And we'll also have to fill up this part here, and other than that we should be good. Oh, there we go. I almost missed it, and no! That's not how I imagined it would go, but okay. Well, it's just in the beginning like this. Okay, now we ended up with a pocket right here. So this tile has to go again. I built this a little bit too soon. But now we have some other stuff in here. Let's see. Polluted oxygen. Well, I guess the worst that can happen is actually nothing, because it just gets filtered out later on. It still hurts me though. Another thing that is going to be in danger is this liquid shutoff. Eventually this is going to overheat. That is a little bit of a problem. Well, I guess I'm gonna wait until it happens. For now it is still far away from overheating. Ha, look at that, how convenient. Some glass for Smeliol. That means I can finally build another solar panel. How wonderful. Anyways, let's keep going with the batteries. We can now build all of them. And we should even have enough for a liquid pump. Now, if I build this, I still have the space for an auto sweeper. So if I build the auto sweeper here... Oh, first I have to get rid of the ladder. But yeah, that means I can pick up the materials, use a conveyor loader here. And then the very last thing I'm gonna need is a thermosensor in order to detect the temperature of the oil. If it is too hot, I wanna pump it back up and let a new cooler oil drop down. So we're gonna use some piping to wiggle our way back up the stairs. We go all the way down below here, go up, and at this point we wanna dump the oil. But we only wanna have this pump activated if really necessary. You know what? I think in today's cycle we can actually attempt the move. All I have to do is move the food and then the rest is easy. So we don't want to keep the berry sludge in here any longer. We want to keep it in here. I already set this up. Let's also make this a fairly high priority. Next up, we want to disable the checkpoint here. And actually no more O2 is incoming. What is happening? Ah, of course, this pipe is completely full. Okay, so I'm also kind of forced to do the move. And will you look at that, the hydro generator setup is actually working, giving us a little bit of power. Anyways, we need to deliver 2 suits over here and we want to enable the building. And on the other side, we want to undock the suits from here, disable that. Okay, where are you, Marie? Atmos suit, sweep that up quickly. Come on, this has priority. Let's put this to priority 7. And dock the suit. Okay, nice. We got 1 suit in the joint. And we also got the food. That means the transition is almost completed. Let's enable these buildings right there. And then these guys we can disable. So Marie is definitely not going to use them. We are also going to move the mess table. So Marie, this is yours now. And Marie, this is your comfy bed now. Okay, with that out of the way, I think we did the transition successfully. We have to copy the settings here for our exosuit forge. And then I guess, yeah, it's time to deconstruct everything here. Oh my gosh, that actually really makes me happy, guys. You cannot imagine. Okay, and now we can take our sweet time to take everything apart in the old base here. Oh man, let me tell you, it's gonna be so much of a relief. Everything here can go. Deconstruct, deconstruct. We can even take apart the old oxygen production here, all the way up to this point. Yeah, all of that can go. Pipes can go. Whew, this really feels good, let me tell you. We don't even need the liquid lock anymore. We can just open up the sides here and make it easy. Most of the pipes are fortunately empty. Now, there's gonna be some germs, but I probably don't mind. Yeah, we're just gonna use whatever we have here at the bottom to ship to the main planetoid. That means it's gonna land in a capsule and then we need to pipe things out and sort it out. So it probably needs to go into our mixed pool here. This probably already... No, actually this doesn't even have any germs yet. I mean, it's still probably the best solution. Just put that in the mixed pool and eventually it's gonna get pumped out. What is this? I think this is some temporary stuff. Yeah, we don't have any more polluted mud or anything like that, so this can go again. And then actually another something we can get rid of is this pipe here and everything connected to it. We're gonna leave this in place up to this spot, but all of this can go. All of that can go, this can go, and this is basically my old cleaning system we're not using anymore. That also means we're not gonna need the power. Oh my gosh, we're cleaning it up, guys. We're totally and utterly doing it. I'm still at the same line here. Now, I would like to move everything upstairs here a little bit and straighten this out. Maybe let's leave the game running for a bit so we can see what we actually did thus far. It looks as though I can actually get rid of all these bridges. Yeah, that is wonderful. Bridges always look a little bit messy. In order to fix what we have going on here, I would like to move both ethanol pipes upstairs a little bit. That means we have to get into here, and instead of doing that, we want to go straight out. Yeah. We would then be hopping over here, hopping over here, hopping over here, and we can join the same line. So all we have to make sure is we can actually build this pipe first. That means I have to get into there and then prioritize the pipe so we can get this done. And Gene, build the metal tile. No, somebody build this, please. Yes. Come on, Turner, why? And there we go. Okay, I needed it to be done as the door is closed. So once again, we have a vacuum. Cool. Now we can take our sweet time to actually reroute everything. Wonderful. I'm also gonna have a bridge here and there, so I can actually make this a straight route. Okay, we're emptying out the pipes, so now it's easy to change the loop. This needs to go over here, and this needs to be cut. This here as well. We're now incoming from here. That means the bottom pipe here is gonna be our new polluted water pipe, and the polluted water is incoming from here. Oh my gosh, I'm confused. Yeah, we need to connect this, not this, and then the bridge and the pipes here can go. And I guess now this bridge is facing the wrong way. Of course, this is the entrance of the ethanol. This needs to be connected, and this needs to be cut. And oh my gosh, what's happening? This needs to be cut and connected. Okay, I can see it coming along now. Straightening out the pipes. There we go. I think we can let the ethanol loop go again. This pipe still needs to be done. I don't want to wait for too long. The ethanol loop is actually important. But there we go. Let's just observe it. Did we do it right? Going here, there, and back up again. Wonderful. Ah, this looks so much better. And now all the various liquids from the other planetoids can come down here. And we go all the way over here into our... where's this going? Yeah, into our mixed pool here, right there. Good stuff. Oh yes, this is the beautiful process of moving one system over to another location. We get to take things apart. And that is exactly what we're doing right now. I wonder, should I already dump the water here? We still have some polluted dirt and bleach stone in here, so maybe it is best to move this over. We're gonna have a storage bin for this right there, and this way those materials won't be able to emit anything. In the meantime, on Smeliol, we have made some progress. We still need power. I totally forgot about that. Hopefully we still have enough cobalt in the joint. And then the thermosensor right here, I want to send to above 100 degrees. We could also do 110. Let's do 100 for now. We can then also close this off, and after that we will open this up, I guess. The last thing I needed was an auto sweeper, and then of course a whole bunch of rails. We need to join up with what? This line here. I think eventually I'm gonna move everything to the right anyways. Let's maybe send over some aluminium in order to build the rails. So aluminium, and we're gonna send over about 10 tons. I'm gonna go ahead, finally rearrange the stuff here. Conveyor loader is gonna go to the other side. We take this apart, replace it with a normal wire. And this actually leaves us the space for a proper ladder on the left side. And of course, most importantly, and the reason why we're doing this, we have the space for a auto sweeper. And conveyor loader goes right there. We can just move down here with the rails, no problemo. And that's all we really needed. The aluminium has arrived at Ottwo's planetoid. I think first of all, we're gonna wiggle it upstairs again. At this point, we're gonna move straight over, and I guess I wanna go up at this point. Yeah, together with the transit tube. Now, don't tell me I did not get enough aluminium. Oh my gosh. Using the last for my conveyor bridge here. Okay, not too shabby. We just have to make our way over to the left side. And I guess we don't need this stuff any longer since we took care of all the materials here. In the meantime, on Growista, we keep on deconstructing as many things as possible. And now Marie is bringing over the polluted dirt to the new spot right there. And I guess once that's done, we can also take the pool apart. It will just dribble down into whatever we already have here at the bottom. It's always fun to spawn critters with all these poke shells around. They are usually very aggressive, and get rid of the critters right away. Oh, actually this draglet was very lucky. Yeah, there's no egg at the moment. Usually they just kill everyone for me. Ah, nice, look at this. Here we have an example of water coming in from a different planetoid. Good to know that this works. Before I forget, with all the additional solar panels, we should also be able to get rid of our coal generators. I do believe we seldomly use them by now. So all of this can go as well, I would say. This even means we're not gonna need the smart battery anymore and we can exchange it with another one. Let's see this happen. Gonna build some more of the batteries out of cobalt. And that should more than suffice for our system. Now let's see. We have no glass here whatsoever and I want to place at least a couple more. I mean, why not go all the way? It's the ultimate base, right? So we take this all the way to over here. We have at least a little bit of glass that we can already send over, but we definitely need to craft some more, and this way we can also test the system. Let's do 24 glass crafts, and we need to observe how this is functioning really. I don't believe these bastards. Look, just over time they leave so many materials because they drop it out of the transit tubes. I wish they would drop the materials just at an exit. If I used a smaller pump, I could potentially get a auto sweeper in here. But even then, it's not very satisfying. There we go. Glass is being crafted. It's going down here. Auto sweeper isn't doing anything because... What the heck is happening to my glass? Yeah, this is the weirdest thing ever. It just gets lost. Huh? I don't understand. How can it get deleted with this setup? It should just solidify and that's it. Okay, I'm officially confused. I have to read up on that a little bit. I did not know that I could delete it just completely. Well, in this case, for now, we're just gonna go with 3 additional solar panels. We should have some glass. Yes, indeed. So that's 1 and... Oh, I guess I cannot build that yet. Okay, sweet. What do we want to send over to the main planetoid? I would say everything, right? Yeah, that should be good. If we don't allow manual use, we should be absolutely fine. Oh, this cannot be reached. No, we don't have the space anymore. So, the last thing we're missing is an automatic dispenser. I'm gonna place this guy right here. And I believe they don't overheat, right? I'm actually not too sure, but this is only really important as long as Marie is still on the planetoid. This automatic dispenser is gonna replace our current one, so I don't wanna keep on bringing the materials up here. I wanna disassemble this as soon as possible so I can continue with my solar array. On Smeliol, we are actually almost done with the aluminium railing system. Let's bring it all the way over to here. I think I might actually just lead it through the ladder system here. Come on, don't wiggle around, and then we go up here and we change this as well. Actually, we're not gonna need it from this side any longer. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. Wow, this feels so good. I love it. Just clean everything up, man. I think, therefore, I'm also gonna reroute the pipes. I don't want them to go towards the left side here. We're leading everything up here. So up you go, and yeah, let's go next to the transit tube system. We wanna move over here, and I guess right here we can join with this pipe. In this case, also get rid of everything right here. Wonderful. That's what I'm talking about, wrapping up this thing. Okay, I would say it's time to test out the machine. I'm gonna make sure these rails are being built. Then we're gonna send over Jean. I'm just gonna wait for the day to pass. She needs to analyze the geyser, and we somehow need to get rid of the natural gas that's accumulated here. Oh, actually, natural gas isn't the worst of things. And it's only really a little bit. Yeah, it will absolutely not matter. This conveyor loader I'm gonna set to all, and we're just gonna keep it at that. We're actually almost done here with the solar panels. What I'm gonna do is move this down a little bit. So all the materials that we've gathered here, and there are tons and tons of materials, I want to drop down one floor. They should be easily accessible, and then we either set up another auto sweeper system or we just tell Marie to bring over the materials, which at this point will probably be faster. Let me redo the ladder system here, and actually we will not be needing this anymore in this case. There it is, the second level. Let's get rid of that first, get rid of the auto sweeper here. We're done with the shenanigans there. Just gotta get rid of the last of the rails, and we can consider ourselves lucky. Whoops, I totally forgot to send Jean over. What's happening here? Yeah, they are fighting. Anyways, I'm gonna do it right now, even though she might not be ready. But Jean, you wanna go ahead and teleport. There she is with her Atmo suit and everything. This is good. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna give this a really high priority, and we're also gonna send Jean right over there. I then wanna set up at least 2 ladders so I can reach everything nicely. We're gonna set the geyser to analyze at priority 9. Marie is suffocating. Marie! Okay, let's see if this is gonna do the trick. Please, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Marie! Okay then, I would say let's freaking do this. Jean, open it up. Open it up. Okay, well, in the beginning we might be getting some solidification here. Actually, it's not really good that the oil is trying to push itself up here. It also seems to be filling up still. Oh, this is really bad. There we go, great, we're already done with the analysis, and this got converted back to solid sulfur right away. We have to fix things. If I can mop anything up here, no, not really. I think this might be a really big problem in the beginning, especially because we had already so much sulfur. It would have been good to get rid of that. Now, Jean, before you do anything else, I want you to go back to your base. There she goes, teleport, and that trip is over. Okay, I'm quickly gonna make my way in here. I should be able to at least get rid of 1 natural gas pocket, maybe even the other one. And then yeah, we need a way to set this up reasonably. One possible solution would be to bring this down a little bit more. But we can see all the sulfur is being converted quite immediately. Good stuff. Let me progress a little bit further with the solar panel arrays and everything else we just started. And then once I feel like we can continue to the next step or wrap it up, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, many moons have passed and I tried out many setups. Let me tell you guys, gravity is a freaking thing in this game. So there's no configuration for me not to fill up this entire chamber. It was easier to get a vacuum this way, but it is definitely not working right now. So I figured what we have to do is something else. I'm now actually going to close this off, make this a high priority, and then we are gonna open this up and actually make a liquid lock in order to access the chamber this way. Now what I did is I simply used the pump that I used to pump up oil anyways in order to bring oil over to the chamber. Oh geez, that is the wrong connection. But yeah, the idea is that this pump brings over the oil and actually releases it in the liquid vent. And then on the other side we have the pump that activates if the oil gets too hot, and it just goes into the upper oil chamber again. Let's see, we could easily fix that by connecting this, and then right here we want to cut this, go over here, cut this, and then bridge over. So now we are pumping things out. Then we want to close it off, make this liquid lock happen, and after that we should be able to remove this part in order to drain all the oil that is extra without losing the vacuum again. There we go, closing it off, wonderful. Now we're gonna open this up, everything is gonna work out, I'm pretty confident now. Looking good. Now we want to close this as soon as possible. This can just be a normal block, and then continue with an insulated tile. Oh wait, did I build the wrong tile first? No, I think I can delete the air there. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, next up, deconstruct this tile and deconstruct this tile. Do me the favor, Ottwo, you can do it. No, not fabricate. You need to go through here. And yes, that's exactly what I want to see. Now we're gonna drain the entire thing. How did the water get in here? Anyways, my plan should still work unless we... Why would you do this to me? Okay, actually it's just a tiny amount of water, so worst case scenario we have to mop it up. But now this is actually being freed up. We can go ahead and do some extensive mopping now. I think my plan worked. At this point we can already go ahead and replace the igneous rock tile there. And water, stay out, stay out. Thank you. Wonderful. We're gonna take apart everything we don't require anymore. And then I think it's gonna be important to actually get rid of the materials here. Maybe even the ladders. Great stuff. I think like this is going to work. We will know if it does in about 50 cycles. Apparently it just got dormant. That is absolutely fine. I'm glad we hooked up the geyser as well. The new line is now going through here, a little bit wiggly, but that is fine. This is the incoming line and the outgoing line. We now collected and sent over all the materials there were on this planetoid, and also Growista isn't doing too badly. Marie at the moment is busy still bringing the materials over to the new interplanetary launcher station. And of course we still have the saltwater geyser and, you know, some eyesores like that we still have to take care of. But overall, we're pretty much done with this planetoid as well. It's gonna be nice to actually bring over all the materials. And I guess once all the materials are brought to this automatic dispenser, Marie can actually leave this planetoid and we will never have to come back again. I'm still at the moment debugging this contraption here. I might have to lead the magma into a different chamber, so I will still have to work out some kinks here and there. But yeah, with that out of the way, I would say we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.